What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? This is your boy is Nefarious, and I am here for a new series or a PML series. You know PML, you know the Premier Madden League where we play all our Madden. We are going to do a series. We are in season 4, so it is a little late for the series, but let me catch you up to where we are. I'm going to try to make this quick, short, and simple. I'm going to try to make every episode as short and simple as possible. The first thing we're going to talk about is where we are with the roster. So I'm going to show you the roster real quick. Drake May, we got all the way up to an X Factor. He is a 95 overall. We got Miller Moss, who is a 2-year pro. And then we got Zach Wilson. Take a look at the running backs. We got Omarion Hampton that we took in the first draft to pair with Drake May, old college teammate. We also got Ryan DuPont, who we just got out of the UDFA. We got AJ Brown, Jalen Polk, who's progressed nicely, not great, but okay. Demario Douglas, Wandale Robinson. We still have Keyshawn Butte, Noah Short, Jacoby Lane, and Adam Randall. Now this is going to change. Obviously, we can't carry all those guys. Tight end, we traded for Michael Mayer. We traded Tyquan Thornton to get Michael Mayer season 1. We also got Bryson Nesbitt in the first draft to get that again, that college connection between Drake May and Bryson Nesbitt, that North Carolina connection. We got Hayden Hansen, who was actually an accidental pick this last draft. We didn't need a tight end. Jaheim Bell and Brandon Frazier. Offensive line, we got Ronnie Staley in the first offseason, which was a huge get. We got Cam East, who we just drafted in the 7th round. Taylor Decker, Layden Robinson. Taylor Decker, we just got in free agency. Michael Enwu, who we moved to center. And then we also got Caleb Rogers, who's a rookie from last season. We got Stephen Lasoya III, who is a rookie we got last season, who's developed pretty nicely. We added Natane Muti as a backup. We also got Brian O'Neill, who we just signed in free agency, and Caden Wallace behind him. Taking a look at the defense, we got Noah Sewell at the left end. We got Nwosu as the backup. You also got Corey Foreman and Jordan Thompson, both guys we got last year. Actually, Corey Foreman was 2 drafts ago. We got Keanu Coate, who we got last draft. He's at 85 overall, developing nicely. You got Clayleen Farrell, who is a 74 overall backup. You got Cayman Rucker. Obviously, some of these guys are not going to be on the team. You got Alfred Collins, who was a 59 overall when we drafted him 2 seasons ago. He had a superstar dev. He's progressed very nicely for us, and he's now at 87 in our starting defensive tackle. You got Christian Barmore. You got Cameron Ball, who's a star dev backup. You also got Wesley Williams, Marcus Burris, Amonde. You got Chidi Bazor. So a bunch of guys I can't pronounce. Drew Sanders, we added in free agency as a 3-4 defensive end type. We're going to move him to defensive end more so than playing outside linebacker, because we're running a 4-3 and more nickel. But Drew Sanders can't move to defensive end based on our league rules. I think you need to be 240 and up when it comes to pounds, and he's only 233. We got Jonah Ellis, who we're probably going to move to defensive end if we can. He's another guy that is somebody that is more of a pass rusher than a stand-up linebacker. We got Devon Williams, who's more of that stand-up linebacker. He's going to stay there. We got Curtis Jacobs, Wyatt Gaydon, who we got in the UDFA this year. Curtis Jacobs has developed nicely for us. We got Kyle F. Ford, another UDFA. We got Chandler Martin, UDFA. Baron Sorrell, who we got 2 drafts ago, and then we got Justin Barron, who we got last draft. Take a look at the right outside linebacker. You got Jelani Tavai, who's sticking around and performing pretty nicely. He was actually really good for us the last 2 seasons. So you got Dennis here, who is also more of a pass rusher hybrid linebacker. And we're going to try to use him that way, or we might cut him because he is a little small at 6 foot 226. Take a look at the corners. We got Christian Gonzalez, who's developed nicely. Maxwell Hairston, who we got 2 drafts ago. We got McKinney in this past draft, who looks like he's going to be really good for us. Keenan Johnson, we got last draft. We got Jack Jones, who we brought back. Jamari Harris, a UDFA we got from last draft. Bryce Pollock, who we just drafted this past draft. We got Kobe Durant, Jarek Bernard Converse. We got Jalen Armour Davis. We also got Javelin Groove Goudry. that was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Bunch of speed here at the bottom. You know, some of these guys aren't going to stick around. We'll see who we end up cutting. Taking a look at the free safety, we move Marcus Jones to free safety. We have Darius Rush back there as well. We also got Chamari Connor, Kyle Duggar, and Terrell Smith. Bunch of safeties we got. Obviously, they're all not going to be here. With Chamari Connor, we traded. Who did we trade for Chamari Connor? I can't recall who we traded. We traded somebody for Chamari Connor. It was somebody that was pretty decent. Why can't I recall who we traded for Chamari Connor? That is insane. I think it was a wide receiver. I think it was. Let me go over to the Chiefs because he still should be on the Chiefs. Who did we trade for Chamari Connor? Doesn't look like a wide receiver. Nope. Cam Coleman. Nope. No wide receivers. It wasn't our offensive lineman. It wasn't a defensive end or defensive tackle. It wasn't a linebacker. Oh, that's who we traded. Isaiah Bolden. We had Isaiah Bolden that we traded to the Chiefs for Chamari Connor. Looking back, I'd probably keep Isaiah Bolden. Take a look at the kicker. We got a UDFA and Noah Burnett. We also got James Ferguson, who is a second-year punter, who's got 88 kick power and 94 kick accuracy. So pretty solid. But that's the team. That's what we're looking like going into season 4. Now we got to make cuts, decide who we're going to keep and who we're not. And then I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to pick it up on the other side and talk about why I made certain cuts and what the roster is going to look like. All right, now for the final product. So we did our cuts, we broke some hearts, we sent some people home, and our final roster is going to look like Drake May as a starter. That's, as you know, Zach Wilson behind him. We went with Zach Wilson over Miller Moss. Even though Miller was a little bit better, we're going to go with Zach Wilson. Marion Hampton is going to be the #1 back. You have Brian Robinson, who has a spot, and Jaleel McLaughlin, who has a spot, and then Caleb Jackson, the rookie that we just drafted. Taking a look, we got rid of the fullback. Taking a look at the wide receivers, you got AJ Brown, Jalen Polk, Demario Douglas, Roman Wilson, and Jacoby Lane. We are going to carry 4 tight ends: Michael Mayer, Bryson Nesbitt, Hayden Hansen, and Brandon Frazier. That'll be a 4 tight end crew right there. Offensive line, we got to carry 2 apiece in each position, so everything remained the same there. Take a look at the defensive ends. Noah Sewell made the team, as well as Jonah Ellis, who we moved from left outside linebacker to left end. And then we have Corey Foreman, who made the team. We got Keanu Colt and Clayleen Farrell, who made the team as well. Take a look at defensive tackles. You got Alfred Collins, Christian Barmore, Cameron Ball, Wesley Williams, and Marcus Burris Jr., who made the team. Drew Sanders is going to make the team. He had 2 sacks in the preseason. We might use him a lot more than you think. We got Justin Barron, who we moved to left outside linebacker to meet position minimums. We also got Curtis Jacobs, Wyatt Gaydon, and then Kyle Efford, who are the 3 middle linebackers that we're going to take on the team. We also got Jelani Tavai and Devin Williams as the right outside linebackers. Cornerbacks, we got Christian Gonzalez, Dylan McKinney, we got Keenan Johnson, Bryce Pollock, and Guidry as the cornerback room, the 5 corners that we're going to carry. We got Marcus Jones and Darius Rush as the free safeties. We got Chamari Connor and Kobe Durant as the strong safeties. So we had to make some big decisions there. We got rid of Kyle Duggar, going with more athleticism. Kyle Duggar is regression. He's 31 years old, and he saved us $13.5 million. So it was a no-brainer there. Taking a look at the practice squad. Maxwell Hairston, Miller Moss, we moved to the practice squad. Jamari Harris, we got Chandler Martin, Baron Soro, we got Mo Omonande, we got Noah Short, Jordan Thompson, Cayman Rucker, Chidi Bazor, who actually was a draft pick that we didn't want to pick, and Ryan DuPont, the fullback. And then we also got Adam Randall, the wide receiver, wrapping up that practice squad. So that's a team we're going to go with moving forward. Hopefully it turns out to wins. We'll see. But last season was a good one. I wonder if they got the history here. We got to go to league history probably. Let's see if we got, what do they got in the league history tab? It could tell you the Super Bowl champions. Yeah, it doesn't have much. For people that haven't watched, our Super Bowl champion for season 1 was SP. 38-34 against the Chiefs and Hype Mike. You had SP. Winning 38-30 against T Bandit and the Jags, and then you had him finishing off with a 23-20 victory against Hype Mike once again in the Super Bowl. So the Vikings are 3-time Super Bowl champions. You can see Drew Aller was the MVP. Patrick Mahomes MVP, Coach of the Year Randy Moss of the Vikings, that's SP. Kenneth Walker, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Junior Colson. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Xavier Legette. And then Junior Colson as the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Taking a look at 2025, Drew Aller, the rookie, wins the MVP. You got Randy Moss, again, Coach of the Year. Dylan Sampson as the Offensive Player of the Year, Paulson Adebo as the Defensive Player of the Year, Dylan Sampson Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then Malachi Starks as a Defensive Rookie of the Year. 2026, Drew Aller once again back-to-back MVPs. You got Clyde Hightower as the Coach of the Year. You got which is Q with the Commanders. You got Chase Roberts, the Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. You got Jeremiah Owusu, we'll call him Joker or JOK. He was the Defensive Player of the Year. You have Chase Roberts, the Rams Offensive Player of the Year, and you have Kendrick Blackshire, who is the Defensive Player of the Year. I wonder what was 2024. We had a Defensive Player of the Year also win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and then the next 2 years we had the Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year be the rookie. So interesting how that happens. But other than that, let's go into the storyline that we have before the preseason or before the regular season. Let's see what we got. So we're on the practice field, training camp. I'm pretty sure, Coach, we talk all the time about the team's identity. What can you tell fans to expect from the defense this season, basically? We are going to shut down the passing games. Well, you know what? Create turnovers and sacks. Opportunistic, create force turnovers and have sacks. At the end of the year, what would your successful season look like? Okay, 18 interceptions, 40 sacks. Let's go with 18 interceptions. I think that's a better number to try to get, especially in a league where people throw a lot of interceptions. All right, perfect. So if we get 18 interceptions, obviously we'll get something at the end of the season. But that's the team. This is what we're going to look like. Week 1, we take on the Houston Texans. Hopefully we start off with a win. But I just want to do a quick video breaking down the team, what we're going to look like, the cuts we had to make, what the future Patriots look like in PML. Hopefully we have a good season this season. I know first season we won the division. We went 11-6. Second season, we went 5-12. Had a tough year that year. Third season, we just went 8-9. Another tough year. So back-to-back tough years. But we developed pretty nicely. So 11-6 to 5-12, and then to 8-9. We just missed out on the playoffs. We actually tied for first place with the Dolphins. But the Dolphins had the tiebreaker on the divisional record, and then 2027 ? But that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we keep this consistent and hopefully keep going. But I'm gonna be signing off here. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is the worst ending you ever seen in your life, but I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.